one.
Welcome to the Micheaux Mission, 2 Men, 1 podcast. Every black film ever made. My name is Vincent Williams, and I'm joined as always by my partner.
Hey, this is Len, a.k.a. Len.
And as we begin our month of l'amour.
Oh, is that what it is?
Romances and love here on the Micheaux Mission in the month of November. And we are going to begin with Len's pick, an adaptation of what is arguably one of the foundational texts of modern black romance, Terry McMillan's 1989 novel, Disappearing Acts.
Ooh.
The 2000 film, directed by Gina Prince Bythewood and starring Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes.
That's correct.
But before we get into the acts and how much they do and do not disappear, how are you, Len?
I'm doing fine, Vincent. How are you?
Good. I'm also well. Thank you for asking.
And how are each and every one of you out there doing as we stream live from Yuck Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace to all points north, south, east, and west. And that includes you out there in the chat of YouTube. Hello, missionaries.
Good evening, one and all.
All right, Vincent. All right. We're going to hit the ground running with the show today.
All right, here we go.
And the first thing we need to do, or maybe more to the point, you need to do,
Okay.
is that you need to offer an apology to someone. You know who you need to apologize to?
Who?
You need to apologize to that Oscar-nominated, Golden Globe-nominated, Emmy-nominated working actor, Sally Kirkland.
Why do I have to?
Because you scoffed when I put her down for 6 Degrees of D'Urville
Right.
Martin.
You mean when you put her down accidentally because you were thinking about someone else? I mean, if we're going to tell it, tell it.
The point of the matter is
Right.
that you scoffed
I did.
at her career.
However,
Sally Kirkland
yes. As a whole.
will be premiering a new movie on November 14th titled Sally Wood. Yes, Sally Wood, where Oscar nominee, Golden Globe winner Sally Kirkland stars alongside Oscar and Golden Globe nominee Eric Roberts, and Oscar nominee Michael Lerner, Oscar and Golden Globe winner Keith Carradine, and Oscar nominee Jennifer Tilly, in a film based and inspired on Sally Kirkland's performance in the sleeper hit Ada.
Okay.
In Sallywood, which will be premiering on digital platforms on November 14th.
Right. Are you going to watch it?
Not only am I going to watch it, I have a screener for it. Because obviously they have heard of my devotion towards the actress, Miss Kirkland.
Right. Accidentally.
And
Yeah.
have gifted me with a screener.
Yeah.
Would you like a screener to Sallywood?
Sure, why not?
All right, then I will gift you with my screener.
All right.
So that you can take in the miracle.
I know.
and the marvel.
I know.
That is one Sally Kirkland
Right.
in Sallywood.
Right. I enjoyed her so much in MASH as Hot Lips.
That was Sally Kellerman.
Oh, is that who? Oh. Oh, am I making a mistake?
Yes.
Okay. You can see how that could happen, though.
I will have no more scoffing
No more scoffing.
at Sally Kirkland.
It's Sally Kirkland.
Okay?
I enjoy many of her products at Costco.
This will not be a short. All right. Now,
All right.
let's move on.
Okay. Hey.
All right. Real quick before we get deep into the show,
Okay.
I did go to another screening.
I know.
You were unfortunately unable to make it.
I know.
Went to a screening last night of Predator Badlands.
And
It's really good, Vincent.
I'm going to have to try and catch it this weekend.
Director Dan Trachtenberg
Has done it again.
Oh my God. He has done work, man. And when I heard that like Predator, like they were still doing things with Predator, right? I said, okay. I like Predator 1. Predator 2 is a guilty pleasure.
Although it's the foundation for all the Predator stuff.
Very true.
Okay.
And then every other predator has been okay,
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss, you know? Even when they have crossed over into the alien universe.
Sure.
Because now they are of one universe.
Right.
Until we got to Prey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So
I think we agree it's the best Predator film.
it is easily the best Predator film, Prey, yes. And then that was followed up by the animated Predator, which was good too.
I loved Killer of Killers.
That was no joke.
Yeah.
No joke. So when I heard Predator Badlands, I said, okay, y'all doing it.
Right.
But something's got to shift. There has to be a shift in the Predator tale in order for this to feel different, like it's growing on something. Mm-hmm. And Dan Trachtenberg nailed it.
Okay.
Because this movie is from the point of view of the Predator.
Of the Predator.
It is of the Predator. And you not only see more of the Predator world, you understand more of the Predator world. You learn more of the Predator world. And the Predators are not unlike the Klingon in Star Trek.
Okay.
And it works. It works real well.
All right.
And this is still, of course, in the world of Alien.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of fun.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
It's a lot of fun. They do something different with Predator, yet it is still just for the most part a balls to the wall action movie.
Okay.
It's a little bit of found family in this,
of course.
but it really works. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you liked it because I feel like you were a little resistant. So
No, it wasn't.
no, you were a little resistant.
Not to Prey. I loved Prey.
Yeah, you loved Prey, but then
What do you mean? Then I know. Then I liked Killers.
Right. All right. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I like when you like things.
Okay. All right. So go see Predator Badlands.
All right.
That's the takeaway from this.
All right.
Go see Predator Badlands. All right. Ready to get into the show?
Ready.
All right. Let's hear from you, missionaries, or your emails, which we like to call
Missives from the Missionaries. So what else is going on, Lynn?
We have emails, Vincent.
Ooh, missives from the missionaries. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, missives from the missionaries.
Mrs. from the Missionaries, Vincent, we have an email from Sarah Elkins.
Hey, Sarah.
Regarding the peanut allergy discussion during the trick or treat talk at the beginning of our review of Ma.
Yes.
For many years, peanut allergies were on the rise, but this was mostly in the USA because of bad medical advice being given to USA pediatricians and USA mothers that they should minimize children's exposure to peanuts.
Oh, okay.
The extreme allergic responses are finally on the decline since the bad advice was officially reversed around 2015. It was a long, hard fight to get the bad advice reversed, despite the clear evidence already existing 20 or more years ago that prevalence of peanut allergies was mainly a USA problem.
Oh.
And this is all from an NPR article that I actually read not too long ago. So,
okay.
Appreciate that.
So, using the Reese's peanut butter cups, we're actually doing good work.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. You are seen.
Yes. Thank
right.
you, Sarah.
Sarah continues.
Okay.
In regards to the top 5 mothers of horror, my mind, or her mind, went in a different direction when I heard the segment coming up and thought it was going to be on abusive mothers in horror, like Carrie's mother.
Yeah.
Or like the serial killer in The Dead Zone. But maybe they were more prominent in Stephen King novels than in the movies. I remember the books better than the movies. Looking forward to your November movie coverage, Sarah Elkins.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Carrie's mom was terrible.
You know, I've only seen Carrie once. I really don't remember a lot about it.
Carrie was scary.
The movie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was very much one of those movies I watched with my dad that I wanted my mom to just break this up and send me to bed. It's funny you were talking about Friday the 13th, and at the end where the mother comes out of the lake and bulls, something like that happens in Carrie.
Oh, really?
Where one of the characters at the end is either having I think she's dreaming, but she goes to Carrie's grave, and Carrie's arm shoots out.
Oh,
months I had nightmares.
Really?
About that hand coming out of the grave.
See, grave sites, man.
Yeah.
Grave site. That's not. It. Look.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. All right, we got an email from Nicholas.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
What's up to the fellas, Len and Vincent, as well as the missionaries? What I'm going to say in this email is going to be random but silly. I was thinking of a concept about
usually very serious.
I was thinking about a concept about black men actors who have been old their entire life, and they become an Avenger who fights either monsters, goblins, ghouls, or even aliens. Think Morgan Freeman, Danny Glover, Samuel Jackson, or Keith David. This idea is dumb, but it is called the Old Man Avengers or AARP Avengers. I hope this makes sense and you guys got a laugh out of this. Happy spooky season from Nicholas.
Yeah. He's right. There are these actors that have just always been old.
Yeah. That's very true. Actually, it was actually very funny. Alluding to our film that we're reviewing, Disappearing Acts, to see Clark Johnson, who shows up in this movie, with like a full head of hair. I was like, that's not Clark Johnson. That's Clark Johnson.
Right.
Like it's weird, but yeah, there are some actors. The shame of it is, and we've talked about this. Morgan Freeman, they turned him old. He wasn't really that old.
Look, we are talking about this project we're doing right now. 1989 is fascinating with what happens to his image when you realize Street Smart is only 2 years prior.
2 years before that. He's playing a pimp.
Not just a pimp.
Yes, not just a pimp.
Like the most predatory. So.
Yes, I know. It's crazy.
A lot of it is sometimes makeup.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. We kick over to Ron Covington.
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Dear Vince and Len, watching the shows this October made me think of the horror flick from 1974, The Beast Must Die, starring Calvin Lockhart and Peter Cushing. Lockhart plays Tom Newcastle, a wealthy game hunter who's invited several people to his estate to uncover which one of them is a werewolf so he can hunt the ultimate predator. Have you all reviewed this? It's from Amicus, the low-budget rival to Hammer Films. Would you consider it a black film because of Lockhart in the lead? I would consider it a black film because of Calvin Lockhart in the lead, and Calvin Lockhart, unfortunately, has few too many times at bat as the lead, so I would grab onto this. I think I've heard of this film, but not sure I've ever seen it. We definitely haven't reviewed it, and this will be reviewed, if not soon, definitely next year.
Yeah, I've seen it once and forgot all about it until this exact second.
Oh, really? So you remember?
Like, I don't even believe this hasn't come up before.
Ah, I've never heard.
Yeah, that's a really good pull, Ron.
The Beast Must Die. Sounds good. Ryan continues. Also, I've been a fan of Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Vincent Price. These guys were actually very fine actors indeed. They became horror icons, but also worked outside of the genre, especially Price, who did some oddball films like More Dead Than Alive and The Baron of Arizona, which were both Westerns. Are there any black actors that come to mind who were known for their horror roles outside of Tony Todd that you can think of? Also, what black actors of today would do well as iconic performers in horror films? It's interesting you said that last part because as much as I enjoyed it stylistically, I think that the failing of the Candyman reboot was the casting of Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Really?
I thought he was good, but one, he stepped into an iconic role.
Sure,
Like
sure.
you cannot not see Tony Todd in that role. And I thought that because he's playing two sides, because he's turning into Candyman in this movie. And the part of playing the change, I think he gets right. But when he's Candyman, I didn't feel it.
Okay.
And so it's funny he mentions about an actor of today that I think that would do well.
Because I think he'd actually be really good in other horror movies.
Maybe other horror movies. I'm not seeing him in that one.
I wish Lupita Nyong'o would make more horror movies.
I mean, she's done two.
Right. So she was in the zombie movie. Yeah. And then she was in
Quiet
Us.
Place. Well, it's not zombies, but the Quiet
Oh, no. She was also in the zombie comedy.
Which one?
I forget the name of it, but she plays like a teacher or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's in Us.
And then she's in
A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
The first day. I mean, so she's done enough. I mean, if she does more, I ain't mad at her. You know who I think would be good? I guess he's kind of done a horror movie with Nope, Daniel Kaluuya.
I was Nope and Get Out.
And Get Out.
Yeah.
But he's not the villain.
Yeah, I was thinking about Daniel Kaluuya.
He's not the villain in either of them.
Yeah.
I think he would be a good villain.
Oh, well, he's fantastic in your movie, Widows.
Yeah, but that's not a horror movie.
I know,
but he's menacing.
He's a villain.
He's definitely is. He's menacing. How about like horror icons, black horror icons that are known for their horror roles outside of Tony Todd, and I guess we would say William Marshall.
Yeah,
because he's forever black.
And well, it's so funny. What's the brother's name from Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he's not an icon. Do you think?
I just think it's really bizarre. He shows up in Beat Street.
Dwayne Jones.
Yeah, Dwayne Jones. So he's in like Night of the Living Dead. I thought he was in something else. It's like Night of the Living Dead. What's his filmography?
I'm going to.
Because I thought he had like two really big ones.
Yeah. Night of the Living Dead, Ganja and Hess.
Right. So he's in Night of the Living Dead. He's in Ganja and Hess.
Yeah.
And then he's the inappropriate grad advisor in Beat Street.
And then, of course, he's in Losing Ground. Remember that?
Right.
And then he's in a movie from 1986 that I was unaware of called Vampires.
Oh.
Where he's the lead as well.
We're finding all kinds of black horror movies tonight.
This was actually his final film. And the cinematographer of Vampires, wait for it, Ernest Dickerson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that streaming? Like, click on that. Is that around?
Something tells me it's not, because it's only 61 minutes.
That seems like the kind of weird thing that'd be on Tubi.
You know what?
Or Pluto.
Right. Horrornews.com or .net, excuse me, called it completely and utterly forgettable. It's a bizarre, barely watchable direct-to-video mess.
Yeah, but I don't know what their taste is.
Very true. Very true. All right. Well, there you go. I guess the other icon, and I don't know that necessarily he's an icon of horror, but I would have thought of Clarence William III just because of, he makes the creepy face,
Yeah.
But that's about it. And and there's no women.
Well, like we said, it's not a lot of black horror, quietly.
That's true.
Although we just discovered 2 new ones just this evening.
we have.
Yeah, so.
We have. All right. Thank you. Let's go here. Back to your emails. We have an email from Jordan McCree.
Hey, what's up, Jordan?
Hey, Len, Vincent, missionaries. This is my first missive, but I have many drafts that haven't seen the light of day just yet.
Okay.
I've been a huge fan for years, so first off, thank you to both of you for continuing to share your passions with us. This is the best podcast, period. Keep going.
Oh, thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. I'm currently listening to your review of Ma and honestly had to stop and write this because it was too funny. I was listening to both y'all speak about your Halloween heroes, and man, when Len said Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing, I hollered because while you were about to answer, I asked myself the same question: what character would I like to kick it with? And my answer was Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
I went through mental gymnastics of arguing, why, Hugh?
Right.
There are
right.
so many classic portrayals of him in better movies, even a cult classic anime version. That's very true. And the Hugh Jackman movie is so bad, but I will always watch it. And then, Len, you answered. Talk about being seen.
There you go.
Again, keep going. Y'all are truly great. Peace and love. One of the 88 people who has seen Orca, Jordan McCurry.
You know, there was just an article in National Geographic last week where they said that orcas eat great white shark livers more than they thought.
Really?
Yeah. So you know, like sharks have the good PR, but them orcas are the real. Like they the real deal.
That's because nobody's got close enough to a orca.
Right.
And come back with any evidence. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I heard that. All right. Well, thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
We got an email. This was from George Robinson, and it was regard to our Patreon.
Oh, hey, George.
Episode of Serial Killers.
Okay. Thank you, George.
George says, I thought I knew most of the Captain Crunch universe, but clearly I was mistaken.
Lynn's doing the Lord's work, y'all.
Vanilla Crunch sounds like it could have been interesting.
We just feed American children anything. We feed children anything.
Wait a minute. It was vanilla.
Lynn, all of those
Flavored
various and sundry
cereals.
crunches, they're just get a kid's anything.
Okay.
And put some sugar on it.
Okay, but quiet as kept. What's worse? Captain Crunch, which is it's corn. What is it? It's flavored. It's sweetened corn.
Or
Cookie Crisp, which is a bowl of cookies.
Well, you know how I feel about Cookie Crisp. It's just lazy. Oh shit! Just put a bowl of cookies in the bowl and give it. Oh, I was out late last night and my head hurts. Billy, just eat a bowl of cookies and call it breakfast.
But the glasses are dirty. Where I'm gonna put the milk?
Just pour it right in the box. Cookie Crisp. Because your parents have a problem that is going unaddressed.
Wait a minute.
Like Cookie Crisp should be like one of those traps, like when they say
Trap.
like when they when they set up the things and they send it to people and say you've won tickets to the Super Bowl, and it's really a way to trap people who are like in arrears on child support and stuff. Like if you buy Cookie Crisp for your child, DHS should show up. Just to check on things. Like just to check on things. I just need to check on things.
Ma'am, drop the Cookie Crisps and step away from the child.
Cookie Crisp. Remember Honey, what was it? It was
Honey Sugar Crisp?
No, Honey Smacks were called Sugar Smacks.
Yes.
Remember kids, they just
wait a minute.
They just called it Sugar Smacks.
No. Here's the thing. They weren't just called Sugar Smacks. Because I just saw a YouTube about this. They were called Super Sugar Smacks.
Super Sugar Smacks. Just sure, why not?
Because
you know what? Fuck them kids. Just give them a bowl of sugar. And then beat them when they misbehave. What was going on in the 70s, Lynn?
I had a good time. I was eating bowls and bowls.
It's like you look at the clips of these old cartoons sometimes, and I'm like,
What were we thinking?
I know I was a kid, but I just felt like this was better when I was a kid. But it's because you were in some, you were actually high. You're just sitting there vibrating, watching the Croft Superstars.
Segment in his mouth.
Right.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
But the important thing, if you sign up for the Patreon, you can listen to Lynn talk about the Captain Crunch family tree.
Just $5.
Lynn talked for a solid half hour about all of the different types of Captain Crunch that we give children. We give it to children.
They're fortified with 8 essential vitamins. I feel we need to add the disclaimer. All right. Okay. Oh God. All right. Now we got one more email.
Okay.
Oh, and this email came from the gods. It's from our good friend Michael Lockett.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
Who watched Ma along with us, left him kind of meh.
Okay.
On his Wayback Machine, he fell into Five on the Black Hand Side,
All
a movie
right.
that he had never seen before, and it's an instant classic to him. Those are all great, Michael.
Yeah.
But I am not going to bury the lead.
Okay.
Commandant Webb, he goes, I'm an early riser in my house, and many times when I'm working out, I am watching the boob tube. Recently, one of my and your favorites came on. It's a mad, 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 mad world.
Okay. All right.
Obviously, I loved it because it's one of the funniest old movies around. As I chuckled my way through push-ups, all right, stop fronting, all right? You was eating Captain Crunch.
I was about to say this. This is someone who doesn't eat Captain Crunch.
Yes, he was.
Doing push-ups and chuckling.
He was pushing up to a box of Vanilla Crunch. Anyway, as I started thinking, we have never had a movie like this. Black Americans have had so much comedy talent over the years, there is zero reason other than racism that we have never had a massive comedy ensemble movie about something ridiculous. So I ask you two, if you could put together a Black comedian cast on the scale of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, who would definitely have to be on the call sheet, and what would the story be about? All the best, Michael Lockett. Now, Vincent, as you know, and the missionaries know, Mad, 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 Mad World is my favorite movie.
Yeah.
It's absolutely my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Now, you have seen the movie.
I've seen it. I don't have a lot of memory, but I have seen it.
So, ostensibly, if you have never seen it, it's a movie from 1963, and it is Stanley Kramer is the director, and he gets pretty much all of the comedy stars of the day.
Yeah.
Cycling back into the early days.
I was about to say he gets some old stars. Yeah.
Right, because in 1963, he's at that sweet spot where he can have like some of the newer stars and still get stars from even the silent era.
Right.
To just have cameos. And most of them have like 1 or 2 scenes or brief cameos in these movies. And then there's like a set cast of about a good 15 to 20 comedians, actors rolling around. And this movie is basically a big chase movie. They all find this crook dies at a car scene and tells them about $300,000 that is buried under a tree out in California. They're out on the other side of the country, and then they make this mad dash across the country, racing each other to get to this $300,000, which in 1963 is change your life money.
Yeah.
Let's put it out there. Comedy ensues.
Yeah.
In this movie. Now, so Michael Lockett does not know what he has unleashed.
Oh, Lord.
By asking
He has pulled out a notebook.
for a Black cast for It's a mad world. Now,
All right.
I didn't come up with a story because
Okay.
I just kept the story.
Just the cat. Yeah. Just,
So I just changed the cast.
you just need a MacGuffin and then go.
You know, first of all, look, peek behind the curtain. Vincent hates recasting. I, however, love recasting. So this is my catnip.
Look. So what do we got?
So, it's a black world.
Right.
All right, now, so in this movie, it starts off with like this old crook who gets in a car accident.
Yeah.
And in the movie, he's played by Jimmy Durante, who's an old comedy star.
Jimmy Durante.
Right, from the 1940s. And
He's an ethnic.
he's an ethnic. Yes, Vincent, he's an ethnic.
Look at me. I'm an ethnic. I got a weird voice.
You done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
I actually like Jimmy Durante.
now, I like Jimmy Durante too. So, but he it's just like you said. He's pretty much like a one joke character.
Yeah,
But he was a huge star in the 40s.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
1963, he's an old man.
Right.
And he's actually on the screen for like about 5 minutes in the top of the movie.
Yeah.
But he's funny in the scene, dying, telling everybody get the movie started. So, in that role, I cast John Witherspoon.
Okay.
All right, comedy actor, everybody loves him.
Sure.
Or you could go, because he's more of a comedy actor. If you just wanted to go comedian, I would go George Wallace.
Okay. Because you need someone big.
Right.
Like a big
It's got to be a name people know.
Oh, well, I meant just a
too big.
personality.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Now you've got all these guys that go down to go. Four guys. No, it's five guys that go down to see him because he falls off this hill at a car accident, and that's where they get the instructions and everything like that. The first person is played by Milton Berle.
Okay.
Okay, who is basically this henpecked guy who is married to, who's he married to? He's married to Dorothy Provine, and he is driving with his wife and his mother-in-law, played by Ethel Merman,
Sure.
who's just loud and grand and over the top.
Ethel Merman.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the Milton Berle role, I cast Damon Wayans.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And his wife, who he's driving across town with, is Tisha Campbell.
All right. Obviously,
Bringing them
they have
straight
chemistry.
from
Yeah.
they have chemistry from
My wife and kids.
my wife and kids. And in the mother-in-law role, for the Ethel Merman role, I cast Queen Latifah. Not a comedian, but she can be loud. She can be funny.
Is Queen Latifah old enough to play
That's
Tisha
not.
Campbell's?
We don't worry about that.
How are we not worried about that?
I mean, okay. Is she old enough?
I mean, she's if we gonna do it, let's do it.
All right. Queen Latifah is probably in her what, like
Like her 50s, like Tisha Campbell. Tisha Campbell might actually be older than Queen Latifah.
You think so?
They are right in the same age group.
Now I gotta look that up because I thought that.
No.
All right, so
Queen Latifah was an MC in the 90s.
okay, what I thought. Okay, all right, so no Queen Latifah. Who would you put?
I would choose maybe Helen Martin.
Helen Martin passed.
So's John Witherspoon.
Oh, John Witherspoon passed. All right, that's fine.
For God's sake. Are we going to do this or not?
Okay. Well, we can't do Helen Martin. And the reason why you can't do Helen Martin is because the Ethel Merman character is in a lot of the movies. So you need somebody that can be like run around.
You don't think Helen Martin could do that?
No. Even if she never was like really active in her heyday. So no. Okay.
Well,
not Queen Latifah.
you got to go to the mom of Black Hollywood then.
Jennifer Lewis.
All
right, Jennifer Lewis.
All right.
Jennifer Lewis. All right.
Okay.
So Jennifer Lewis.
All right.
So wait a minute. So in the Jimmy Durante character, so we're going to go George Wallace. We won't do George.
Right.
All right. Now. The next people that go down to the ride are two guys.
Okay.
They're buddies. They actually have a Las Vegas act, and they're driving across country, and they're played by Mickey Rooney and Buddy Hackett.
Sure.
Okay. Now, so I switch things. I don't cast two guys. I cast two women.
Okay.
And who I cast is Keke Palmer
Okay.
And dipping into the world of TV, Tawny Newsome, the voice from Star Trek Lower Decks.
That's not a bad combination.
See, I like those two.
Yeah, I like those two.
All right,
And you're bringing a little youth to it.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Because these people are going to be running around for a lot of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Let you know, this movie is 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right.
All right. Now, the next person that goes down is Jonathan Winters, who's a big, like a truck driving type of guy.
Yeah.
Right? But Jonathan Winters, over the top, physical comedian, does funny voices, funny faces, and everything like that. He's not older because he's younger here, but he codes a little older, right?
How'd you like him on Mork and Mindy?
I liked him, but it took away from the chemistry of the show between Robin Williams and Pam Dawber.
See, I liked him for the exact opposite reason, because I never thought Pam Dawber and Robin Williams had any chemistry.
I thought they had.
And I like Jonathan Winters and Robin Williams.
Well, that's his idea.
Trying to outdo each other.
That's all they did.
Yeah.
Every show. Oh, no, I loved it. But I did.
Yeah, I actually didn't. I never really needed Mindy in Mork and.
Fair enough.
Except for the first season where he was coked out of his mind and she looked like a deer caught in headlights.
Because he was coked out of his
Right.
mind. Yes, very true.
But all right, so who's going to play the Jonathan Winters role?
In the Jonathan Winters role, I cast Martin Lawrence.
Okay. All right.
All right. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next character that goes down is Sid Caesar.
Sid Caesar.
The big man on television.
Hey,
at that
your
time.
show shows.
But pretty much plays like a straight guy in this.
Yeah. Oh,
Even
yeah.
though he's funny.
Absolutely.
And in the movie, he is driving across town with his wife, Edie Adams, right?
Okay.
And I forget why they're
unfamiliar.
crossing. I think he's a dentist.
Okay.
And they're driving across country for something. So I cast for the Sid Caesar role, Dion Cole.
Okay.
Which means that, of course, for his wife, I have to cast Gabrielle Dennis from the commercials.
Which
I know.
It behooves me. No one has given them some kind of vehicle.
I know. It makes no sense.
It just
It makes no sense. What?
like, you know how you see something and it doesn't make it makes so little sense. You just go. I mean, it's got to be racism.
Well, you know what? Actually,
But it's like confusing racism.
But actually, I don't mind that they haven't done it. And here's why. Because there is a calculation that they seem like they do great, right?
Right.
But then if you give them a show and it doesn't do well, the chemistry might still do well, but you probably have killed off the commercial franchise. Meanwhile, the commercials they eating off of those commercials.
I would roll the. I mean, you know, I'm not going to play with other people's money, but I would roll the dice.
Yeah, roll the dice, but they've got these successful commercials that they're probably getting residuals up the yang on. They're making money. They're still able to do their own things. I ain't mad at them.
You know what?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The Upshaws is wrapping up. If I was a Netflix guy, I would have meeting like just they're a married couple and go.
I hear you,
But all right, but yeah, that's wonderful.
all right. Now,
All right.
next we have Phil Silvers.
Okay, Phil Silver.
Phil Silvers, for those who don't know, the star of Sergeant Bilko back in the day. Loud, always played like this smart, get over, like con guy, right? And when he comes into the movie, because he's not at the top of the movie, but he comes in later in the film, he's there for the rest of the movie, and he is hilarious. He has fantastic scenes with Jonathan Winters. He has a great scene with another one of these cameo people that's going to be coming up. So in that role, I cast Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
All right. Now we go. There's an English guy that shows up, and he starts, for one reason or another, he starts rolling with the Milton Berle character and his wife, right? And he's there for the rest of the movie. And he's a very funny English actor, Terry Thomas. You would know him if I showed you a picture of him.
Sure.
So now I got to go across the pond for an English actor, but I'm going to flip it and do a woman, and for that I get Micheaux Cole.
I'm never going to turn her down.
All right, cool. We're in sync now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, now we go to the character Sylvester, who's played by the hilarious comedian Dick Shawn. Dick Shawn more people probably know him from the original The Producers, where he played Lorenzo Saint Devon, I think, or something like that. But he really springs out for Hitler.
You are in your old white people bag right now, boy.
I am.
You are like a bear rolling around.
Now, Dick Shawn in this movie,
flavored shit.
Dick Shawn in this movie plays pretty much. He plays the son of Ethel Merman.
Sure.
Which means that he's Milton Berle's brother-in-law, right?
Right.
And he is like this kind of like this nutty beach guy. All he does, he's a surfer guy.
All right, surfer guy. Mm-hmm.
Surfer guy. And he has his girlfriend, Barry Chase, who lives with him. And all she is seen in the movie is just dancing. Like they're doing wild dances all throughout in the movie, and her 2 scenes in the movie. And Ethel Merman calls him because he's already out in California and he can get to the tree first. He can get to the money first, but he mistakes in thinking that his mother needs help. So instead of going to look for the $300,000, he's on his way to go look for his mom, and the hilarity ensues from there. He's in the rest of the movie from there. So in that role, I cast Will Smith, and in the Barry Chase role, who's just dancing in a couple of scenes, I cast Jada Pinkett Smith. And the reason why I cast Will Smith, because instead of just this beach bum, Will Smith is a rapper who doesn't know when to give it up. So he's still in the studio.
What is that?
Well, it's
just
funny.
Taking shots for no reason.
No, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. So he's a rapper he's like kind of older rapper, but still in the studio. Think like everybody's going to buy his music, and nobody like a lot of the older rappers already know nobody's really going. Yeah. So anyway, so Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. That's who I cast. You like that? You like that casting? You like that? You good with that? You good? All right.
Is that going to move it along? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I like
next,
it. Sure.
Next we have 2 cabbies.
How big is the cast?
It's very big, but I'm almost done.
All right.
So next we have Peter Falk and Eddie Anderson, aka Rochester.
Right.
They show up as cabbies near the end of the movie, and then they're there for the rest of the movie, right? But they show up very near the end of the movie. Now, Eddie Anderson is the only black character who shows up in this movie in Mad.
Sure.
So,
I know Sammy Davis Jr. was somewhere hot.
Well, he wasn't a comedian, and Frank Sinatra wasn't in this film, so he ain't going to be in it. Sure. So for this, I want to cast Chris Rock and Chris Tucker as the 2 cabbies.
No, you got to cast a white guy.
I know.
Yeah.
So, knowing that I have to cast at least one white guy, I cast John Mulaney.
Okay.
All right. But I really want to cast Chris Tucker. But if pushed to do a white guy, it would be John Mulaney and Chris Rock.
I do like that John Mulaney. He makes me laugh.
I love. All right. Now, the star of this movie is Spencer Tracy.
Yeah.
Who is a huge dramatic actor.
I mean, he's Spencer
at this
Tracy.
time. He's Spencer Tracy.
Yeah.
Right? But it's funny in this film, right? He has a funny scene where he's talking on the phone with his wife about his daughter who's giving him trouble, and his wife who's never seen, but is voiced by the actress Selma Diamond, who is from Night Court, right? So it's a voice that you know, right? But this is an opportunity for Spencer Tracy to be shown outside the box doing a comedy.
Okay.
So for that role, I cast Denzel Washington.
Sure. Who I think is actually pretty funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this would be right on time for him now at this stage of his career. And in the role of his wife on the phone, who you only hear on the phone, I cast Monique.
Okay.
All right. Now we come to, and I'm at the end. The movie has a lot of cameo comedians that show up in just for one scene, right? So for cameos, Don Knotts shows up doing like classic Don Knotts scared straight stuff, and he does this great scene with Phil Silver's character. Sure. So to do the opposite in a scene with our Dave Chappelle, I cast Kevin Hart.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Gotta have Kevin Hart in here somewhere.
Jerry Lewis shows up.
Okay.
For one scene, he doesn't even talk, but he's just doing this crazy, nutty professor type of person. So I cast, of course, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, sure.
Jack Benny shows up in a role where he's about to say something, and Ethel Merman's character tells him, "Nobody wants to hear from you. Just go off and leave us alone." And he just drives off saying, "Oh, well." So for that, I cast Sinbad.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's see. Buster Keaton shows up because they dip into the old school.
It is before or after Buster Keaton starts showing up in all the beach movies.
This is after, because those are in the 50s.
Okay.
So this is after, because this is one of his final film roles.
Okay.
And he actually shows up in a role that in the final film, the release film was cut. And it's only in the restored footage release that it's there. Don't look at me like that. So anyway, so I cast in that. I dip back across the pond because unfortunately there's nobody hardly left of that lineage here as far as in our Black comedian staple. So I dip across the pond and I get this actor Lenny Henry, who starred in this British sitcom Chef.
Okay.
And also had his own show for about at least 10 years in Britain.
Okay.
He's in his 70s now, but he would be great in that role. It's a very small role. It would be great. Okay. And then, let's see, Carl Reiner shows up as like this air traffic control guy who has to bring in this major to kind of talk a couple of these comedians out of a plane that they've stolen, talk them how to land. So in the Carl Reiner role, I cast Whoopi Goldberg. And as the major she calls in to talk these people down, I cast Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
And then finally, for just the final sight gag of the movie.
Yeah.
When the plane landing at this airport, they figured this is going to be a huge crash. So they get all the EMTs, the emergency people out there, including the firemen. And the firemen show up in the movie, and in one sight gag, just holding their picks and axes and hoses, are the Three Stooges. And you just realize, oh, if they're the firemen, we're in trouble, right? So in my one sight gag as the firemen at this emergency is Stevie Wonder.
Okay. Because he's blind.
Right.
All right.
And thus it's a black world.
Well, there you go.
How you like that?
Look, yes, absolutely. Hope that happens.
I do too.
What a ride.
Yes. All right. Well, that was fun for me. So,
and for all of us. And it's really not about the destination. It's about the friends you make along the way.
I hope I made plenty friends.
$5.
I started to save that.
Type of scintillating programming.
I started to say that for Patreon, but no, I wanted you all to have it for free.
You're very.
I want to share my joy.
You're a very giving person.
All right. It is now time for the Game of Kings.
Game of Kings.
6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin. Six Degrees of D'Urville Martin, where I give Vincent 2 actors and he has 6 movies or less to connect them to D'Urville Martin. A man, if he was around, I would definitely cast in It's a Black World.
He could play all the roles.
He could. He absolutely could. All right, Vincent, keeping in theme.
Okay.
We are reviewing from 2000, Disappearing Act.
We are.
The HBO adaptation of Terry McMillan's 1989 novel. So, Vincent, I have 2 actors who Hollywood believed would have huge careers. However, they may have performed disappearing acts of their own.
Oh, okay.
All right. Starting with number 1.
Number 1.
In 6 films or less.
Okay.
Connect D'Urville Martin to
2.
Sam Worthington.
Oh, is that that's Avatar Man, right?
That is indeed Avatar Man.
Yeah, that's Avatar Man. Yeah, I guess he never really became a thing outside of Avatar. Like they put him in Clash of the Titans, which pissed me off so much because the whole Clash of the Titans thing was the Ray Harryhausen stop motion, and then they didn't have it in the remake.
Yep.
What's that about?
I know. Now, to be fair, they did make a sequel to Clash of the Titans, which was Wrath of the Titans. It was horrible.
I'm learning about it right now because I was so angry about Clash.
Yeah, they did make a sequel to that. But yeah, they tried to pump him on us and make him a star, but he couldn't break out. Now, again, to be fair, he is an Avatar. Avatar make big money, but they don't make big money because of him.
Right. All right. Look. So D'Urville Martin is in Dolomite with Rudy Ray Moore. Rudy Ray Moore is in The Monkey Hustle with Yaphet Kotto.
Right.
And it's been on my mind because you were talking about it earlier. Because Yaphet Kotto is in Alien.
Yes.
With Sigourney Weaver.
Is he in the first one?
Yes, he's the black dude.
Right. You're right.
He's like almost the last person to die.
Right.
And then Sigourney Weaver is, of course, in Avatar with Sam Worthington.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, Vincent, you have done it?
Yeah. That Clash of the Titans. Is that Ray Harryhausen's last film that he worked on?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Oh, you know that. Oh my goodness. Those Sinbad movies?
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I loved those movies when I was a kid.
Let's see. Clash of the Titans. From Ray Harryhausen.
Because he had to have been old when Clash came out.
Well, he died in 2013.
Oh my God. Was he alive that long?
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Ray Harryhausen. You got some stop motion yourself.
Let's see. Was that his last film? Yep, that was his last film.
Oh my goodness. Sword fighting skeletons.
That was his last film.
What is better than that?
I know. It creeped me out. Like nobody's business when it happened. I was like, ooh. I saw it at the Walton Theater.
I saw it at the drive-in.
Whoa.
Yeah, those Sinbad movies were a drive-in staple in Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my parents used to be drive-in people.
I saw it on a Saturday at the Walton Theater.
Yeah, so a lot of good memories of Ray Harryhausen effects.
All right, Vincent.
All right.
Number 2.
Okay.
In 6 movies or less, connect D'Urville Martin to Shailene Woodley. Do you know who Shailene Woodley is?
I feel like I know that name.
Do you need to see her face?
I'm about to say, let me see her picture. Yep. I know that it's so funny. I had a student just write a paper about the dumbing down of dystopian fiction because of YA. Because she's in We Got the Hunger Games at Home. Like, yeah, mommy, I want the Hunger Games. You're not buying the Hunger Games. We got the Hunger Games at home. And then when you get home, it's Divergent.
Yes.
Which I've never seen, but I was thinking about it because I had a student who talked about how, you know, dystopian fiction used to be about things. And now, like, after the Hunger Games, it's like some of that stuff is still there, but then a lot of it is romance.
Yeah, the stuff that's there is just window dressing.
Right. Is Zoe Kravitz the black person in that?
In Divergent?
Yeah, isn't she black in there?
Is she black or is she in it?
She plays the black. And Zoe Kravitz as the black.
Well,
because Richard Pryor made a joke about depictions of the future with no black people and what that meant. So since then, we try to stick one or two of them in there.
She's the black.
She's the black. All right.
I'm sitting there looking through the cats. There's got to be another black.
Nope, it's Zoe Kravitz. I'm telling you, it's like, hey, y'all, chill. We not saying that they killed all the black people in the future. Like, that's her role. It's like old girl in Hunger Games. That she was the black, too. It was a brother in Hunger Games, but they killed him.
They killed him real fast.
They killed him, and then
he has a line.
Right. All right. So how are we gonna do this? All right. So we're let's just go ahead and do it so we can talk about disappearing acts. So Derville Martin is in 5 on the black hand side with Dick Anthony Williams. Dick Anthony Williams is in Mo Better Blues with Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is in a couple of films, but I think The Great Debaters is one of them with Kim Elise.
Okay.
And then Kim Elise is in Dope with Zoe Kravitz. And Zoe Kravitz is in Divergence with Shailene Woodley.
Very good, Vincent. Well done. Well done. I almost forgot that Zoe Kravitz was in Dope.
Yeah. I think like Camille just watched Dope. Like, no, Wendy just watched Dope.
Oh, really?
About a month or so ago, and so I was thinking about Dope.
Did she like it?
Oh yeah, of course. Dope is fantastic.
Yeah,
Dope is fantastic. So what's the deal with Shailene Woodley? Besides the fact that she's low budget Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, you talk about the Divergent movies, which I think based on their budget or whatever, they did make 3 of them, but they didn't become the breakout stars. Like, she didn't have the breakout from that everybody like they expected. Nor did she break out from the Amazing Spider-Man films. She was also in those, but they only.
What is she playing those?
She only made 2 of those movies. Because they stopped those real quick. She was Mary Jane.
She was Mary Jane?
Mm-hmm. In deleted scenes.
Oh.
So that didn't make
Yeah.
it. Then Divergent doesn't blow up, like they wanted to. And then, both her and Sam Waterston, they're working, but they just didn't have the careers everybody expected.
It's like they thought they're.
Yeah.
It's like old boy that was in John Carter.
Taylor Kitsch. He's
Taylor
actually somebody
Kitsch.
I started to get.
Taylor Kitsch, yeah. And he was fantastic in Friday Night Lights.
The reason why I didn't use Taylor Kitsch was because, yes, his career didn't have the trajectory that they foresaw for him. But unlike Sam Waterston and to a degree Shailene Woodley, who I've only seen a little bit, but Sam Worthington I've seen. Right. Taylor Kitsch, I actually more often than not like him when I see him acting.
I've liked him in everything he's been in.
Right. So if he settles into just being this character actor and has like an Ethan Hawke type of career, that's fine. These two, like, that was all hype.
Right.
It was all hype about these people and who lucked to be in these franchises that, one, for Sam Worthington, make $1 billion freaking dollars. So he's still making money.
Can I tell you, I have absolutely no memory of Avatar. I know I saw Avatar at least twice.
Oh, you saw it one more time?
I have absolutely no memory of it. It left no mark on me whatsoever.
Me neither. And therefore, did you see the second one?
No.
So, do you intend to see the third?
I've had the second one on the television and went and did something else. So
Oh, so you actually did try to sit down and watch it? I've never even.
It's
done that.
just sort of like this gooey green screen.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I thought matter of fact, when the first Avatar came out, I saw it probably a month after it came out with all this hype and it was making thousands of dollars. And I saw it. I saw it on IMAX. I said, okay.
That's something that just happened.
It happened. Next. I was done.
Yeah.
Done. What I said was, you know what? Zoe Saldana's getting a nice check.
Good for her.
Good for her. And I kept it moving. I didn't care. All right. That is 6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin. Well done, Vincent.
Hey.
Get ready.
All right.
Because it is now time for us to move into our review of Disappearing Acts.
Disappearing Acts, a 2000 made-for-television drama directed by Gina Prince Bythewood and stars Sanaa, Lathan, and Wesley Snipes. The film is an adaptation of the New York Times bestselling 1989 novel of the same name by Terry McMillan and covers the complicated relationship between aspiring singer Zora Banks and aspiring workman and rehabber craftsman Franklin Swift. Written by Lisa Jones, again directed by Gina Prince Bythewood. Besides the leads, you have appearances by Q-Tip, Regina Hall,
Clark
Johnson, John Amos,
CCH
Pounder,
Lisa Arundel,
Ingenue Ellis.
Yes.
This was the choice of Lynn Webb as we begin our month of L'amour. Lynn, what do you have to say about Disappearing Acts?
Well, first of all, I hope that the very many missionaries who have requested that we review this film over the years.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Are happy that we have settled in to review this film. It was not a feature film released in the theaters. It was an HBO adaptation, but it's not just a movie, it's HBO.
There you go.
So I said, hey, let's step outside the box. Haven't done it for a while, so let's do this. And it is a film that is fondly remembered by a lot of people.
Yes.
From a book that is fondly remembered by a lot of people. Disappearing Acts was a successful best-selling novel for Terry McMillan. Arguably the book that put her on the map. Waiting to Exhale is her follow-up.
Sure.
Which is the book that made her the megastar that she is. Thus why that movie got made before this film.
Yeah.
It was a direct-to-film feature. But this movie, I was very curious about this movie, remembering what little I knew about it from when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking to myself, 2000. I think this is pretty young in Sanaa Lathan's career.
It is.
And looking back on it, I'm right, because this is like maybe her third or fourth film. And it's right at the time where you can feel Hollywood or Black Hollywood is making the push to make Sanaa Lathan like the it girl.
Sure.
Right? Stepping into the Nia Long space, the Vivica Fox space, right? And they're definitely making that push with Sanaa Lathan. And you can see it. She's locked onto a director because this is her second work with Gina Prince Bythewood following Love and Basketball. And then she moves into this movie playing, yes, it's a romantic film, but it's not a comedy. It's a drama. And the character is different. Zora Banks, as you mentioned, is a singer. She is someone who's just stepped out of a relationship and is picking up and moving on with her life into New York, into this brownstone, into New York, wanting to break into singing while being a teacher to pay the bills, and is weary of the men leery of the men coming her way.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley Snipes in 2000 is decidedly like he's Wesley Snipes. He is mid-80s, 90s action drama hero Wesley Snipes. So for him to step into this HBO film as the romantic lead, some viewed it as, oh, Wesley's doing some Gina a favor or moving in HBO or wanting to show a different side of himself, and you can maybe get that narrative because of his look. He's fully shaved, no facial hair. It's a decidedly different side of Wesley Snipes that he's presenting on the screen. And also he co-produces it. His Amon Ra Productions co-produces this film. So, all right. Do Wesley Snipes a little older than Sanaa Lathan?
Yes.
Does he have the chemistry with Sanaa Lathan to pull this off? He does. We have always said Wesley Snipes is a man who, in that time, he was probably the only actor who could give Denzel Washington a run for his money wherever he wanted to roll. Mm-hmm. Wesley Snipes just landed more into the action field than Denzel did. But when asked to put on his acting chops, drama or even comedy, Wesley could bring it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he's asked to be more romantic than he probably has been asked and more often, a little bit more stripped down in this film. And Wesley brings it. And Sanaa Lathan, even though she is young in her career,
mm-hmm.
she brings it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring it out in each other so that this film, which has to hinge 100% on their chemistry and the believability of Zora and Franklin as a couple, it works. It's a little unbelievable how they meet, kind of like the meet cute. He's the craftsman working on her house, I mean, it's not unbelievable, but it's a little, I don't know. It feels a little first passage on the script a little bit, but it still works. And I think it works primarily because they pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
They pull it off. And then, and I also think it works because the film is not really interested in how they meet. The film wants to get them together because the disappearing act of this movie that they want to talk about, at least to my point of view, is the disappearing act that happens from the beginning of a relationship until you get into the meat of the relationship.
Right.
And when things get real, when the veneer comes off, when you start to reveal yourselves to one another. Wesley starts it off they've been kicking it for a little bit. And then he drops it on her. Hey, I'm technically still married to a woman that I've been separated from for 4 years.
Sure.
But in the 4 years, I haven't been able to put together the money to file for a divorce. I have 2 sons with her that I'm still very much a part of their lives. I break off money to her, whatever little money I make, as like this unlicensed craftsman.
And why is he unlicensed?
And he's unlicensed because he dropped out of high school. He doesn't have his GED, and he needs his GED in order to get a license. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't followed through on any of that. So he's just pretty much working these odd jobs. And because he's unlicensed, he's at the he has to just take the jobs that he can get, including this one guy played by Michael Imperioli, who, hey, I'll throw you a job when I can, but because you're not licensed, because you're ununioned, I can also say, I don't need you this week.
Yeah.
So the money is it's very hit or miss. But he drops that on her. Feels like a few weeks into them seeing each other.
Yeah.
Right? She doesn't drop it on him. Later in their relationship, after they're living together, he learns that she has epilepsy.
Yeah.
Because of it, she suffers a seizure in the middle of the night. And he's like, whoa, what's going on with this? So the veneers start to come down. And then surely because of his job situation and his, obligations to his sons, money becomes an issue. And that becomes a big crux of the third act of this film.
Yeah.
As it rears its ugly head. It causes a rift in their relationship. All of these things are very real.
Yeah.
Who of one of us has not had something similar that they've had to come across? And the reality of those situations make this a very relatable movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the film is a success for the most part because of the chemistry. I do think that the script loses sight of some of these balls that they're throwing up in the air. The epilepsy is mentioned and then forgotten.
Sure.
It's never really mentioned. It's not an issue again.
Sure.
The him pulling back about the kids and his job situation, that becomes very much a running theme of the film as that starts to pull at the strings on their relationship until it really tugs really hard. And they break up. There also is some not too subtle commentary on their backgrounds.
Yeah.
And their quote unquote class.
Yeah.
In
Oh
life,
yeah. Oh yeah.
She being a teacher, an artist, her friends being, especially her one friend played by Lisa Arundel, being more of a socialite, maybe like feels like she's like a six-figure earner. Her husband.
Yeah, I think she's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer, right?
And he's an investment banker.
Right. So they definitely have money. Her other girlfriend, played by Regina Hall, I don't remember us getting a read into what she does for a living, but she certainly seems like
you get the sense she moves in that world.
Right. She's in that world as well. So that's where she lives. That's where she hangs.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes, for the most part, we see him as more or less a freelance construction worker, even though he considers himself more of a craftsman with wood. That's his dream. But when we don't see him on the construction site, we basically see him hanging out in a bar with his friend Clark Johnson, who was a gambler, just a buddy who gambles. So they seem to come from different sides of the track.
Yes. And
the bumping of heads that creates is also something that happens, and it's very realistic in how that can definitely become the strains,
Yeah.
You see you feel these unintentioned slights at one another.
Yeah.
At like, oh, you don't think I know what wine we're supposed to drink,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know what this word means, Like, yes, Bawana is actually a word for Scrabble, you know, and that becomes an interesting tug and pull in this film. That again, because of the chemistry between them, as well as, let's also point it out, the direction of Gina Prince Bythewood. She's very early, and she's very early in her career as well. It really sells this film. The other thing that sells this film is that you have Lisa Arundel, an actor who we don't see, haven't seen enough of.
True.
Regina Hall, early in her career, but already, like you just said, in the pocket of Regina. And I'm going to say it, maybe one of the better actors in the film, Q-Tip. Q-Tip playing Q-Tip.
Yeah.
But he's not playing Q-Tip trying to act Q-Tip.
Look, he's playing a producer.
He's playing a music producer. And he's on his grind. Yeah. You feel that he is in character at every step of the way. He is very believable. He is on point in this film. Because of that, every aspect of the movie thus feels believable. Honestly, the only thing that doesn't feel believable is Michael Imperioli's character as this construction guy. Even though he's from The Sopranos, I just don't believe him in the role.
Okay.
But he's still good. I think he's just doing a solid.
Right. It almost seems like the white construction site guy, he should have had a bigger role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
Because what he's hinting at, there's a lot of hints. The hints of the like the tension at the construction site, the hints of the epilepsy, the hint of the talk about bigger role. The hint of Wesley Snipes' parents, played by CCH Pounder and John Amos, and their viewpoint on their son is how he's living his life, and his mom, who ain't got no time for no Zora Banks.
Well, you know, this is not her first time at the rodeo.
No, as she is wont to let know at the dinner table.
Like, I think Franklin has brought home a couple of cuties.
Yes.
So what you want from me?
I mean, but damn, you ain't got to shout it out like that. I just kept that, didn't remind me of my mom. But talk about people that could have been in more than one scene in this movie. But that made every aspect of the movie just feel that much more believable. And it was almost as if Gina Prince Bythewood took the lessons of Love and Basketball, a movie that we love, a movie that is beloved, and said, you know what? I like that. It was good. But I think with this piece, especially because she's working with a novel here, it's not an original script. So she's got text. She's got Terry McMillan's writing. I think here I can do something maybe a little bit more stripped down, a little bit more authentic in tone, even though I think the script is maybe at times a little cringy, but a little more authentic in tone. And I think we can nail something here. And not for nothing, she nails the romance, she nails the drama, and she nails the sexuality.
Yeah.
Because what I also like about this film is that this is a film that is for the female gaze and for the male gaze.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because there is loving depictions of both Wesley Snipes, Sanaa Lathan, them together, them solo. Everybody is fed off of the film, off of the lovely imagery in this movie. There's a one moment in this movie where she goes to stop like these black and white images in the movie. It's smartly done.
Yeah.
I think that's a technique that maybe could have been used a little. I like when it's used. I think it could have been used like a little longer, a little more, but I loved it. And while I don't think that Sanaa Lathan ever made it to be the it girl, because there were so many girls at that time.
It's real crowded.
Right. It gets crowded really, really quick. I think Sanaa Lathan, this was the start of her really starting to carve out a lane for herself. And I really appreciated seeing her in this role. And Wesley Snipes, this is just another reminder of what we lost when, unfortunately, he had to go away for some years, where I think that those years when he was dealing with legal issues are years when Wesley Snipes probably at that point maybe aging out of the action stuff, maybe leans even more into the drama, and just think of what we really could have seen on screen, especially with Amon-Ra, his production company, behind him on such meaty film. I would have loved to see him more in HBO stuff. It was a pleasure to return to Disappearing Acts.
Yeah. Look, I'm a big fan of Terry McMillan. I don't think Terry McMillan, her legacy, gets as much respect as I think it should, frankly, because her primary audience was Black women.
Yeah.
And I think as an adaptation of Disappearing Act of the novel, I agree with pretty much everything that you said. Like the only thing I saw, like you said, the meet cute was a little meet cutish, but it all, like everything about this relationship, even from the very beginning, struck me as very organic. Like very much, I'm new in town. This is a guy who's working on the place. Like that all really made sense to me, even retroactively, where you could say there were some red flags.
Yeah.
You know, him he kind of shows up unannounced. He stands her up. She kind of, goes against her best interest. But even that, with the epilepsy, you get the sense that, unfortunately, her self-esteem isn't necessarily where it needs to be, where she talks about men can't handle that. So, but I really, really enjoyed this depiction of a relationship. As you said, oftentimes stories and films end with the big romantic gesture, but we never see the bulk of the relationship.
Yeah.
One of the things that this film has in common with, one of my absolute favorite, maybe my favorite Black romance, Love Jones, is you see this relationship and it is so messy.
Yep.
Like it is so messy. And these are some very complicated people. Franklin, as you said, he's got a lot of baggage. And he is not forthcoming with it, which I think a lot of people are. On her end, she's got this stuff going on with how she's dealing with her disease. She's got, how she's approaching her career. She's not really in a place where she should be in a relationship, frankly. Yeah. Like, I think one of the smarter things that the story shows is that this relationship is not good for them. And we know that because when they separate, they actually begin to succeed
flourish.
And flourish, which is both text and subtext. Like you, I love the performances, and I love them across the board. I think Q-Tip should act more. Like everything, I've seen Q-Tip, in this. The couple of minutes he's in Poetic Justice. I feel like I saw him in something else, but I like Q-Tip. And Q-Tip, once again, feels lived in. You get maybe 3 scenes with this girlfriend group.
Yeah, Lisa Arundel and Regina Hall.
But I thought the dynamic between the 3 of them was so realistic. I say this about Terry McMillan all the time. Terry McMillan has done the work. Like Terry McMillan, you can tell, has friends. She has lived a life. She's had a romance like this, or she knows somebody with a romance like this, just like us. Like we know couples like this, where it is this kind of back and forth. But you're talking about the sexuality. I like the sort of subtle hand that they use with this, that in a lot of ways they're using sex as a crutch.
Yeah.
Like when it comes time to really address some issues, you know, excuse me, one of my favorite lines in the film, Anjanou Ellis plays his ex-wife, and she learns about Zora, and she says, tell her to call me and so I can let her know that big dick ain't worth all the trouble.
That's right.
So, you know, it's the subtext that then becomes the text that Franklin uses sex to bypass all. In fact, when they break up, she realizes what's happening, pulls away from him because, once again, he's trying to dickmatize her. The class issues, again, I'm going to keep saying lived in, visceral. And I love the way there's a dinner scene with her friends. You know, like you said, the one her friend is a lawyer. Her husband is an investment banker. Right. Zora's a teacher. So Franklin is, one of these things is not like the other at the dinner table. And I love how the film never lands on whether or not are they being bougie or is he imagining things. You want, the thing about the wine. Do you want the wine? Zora chimes in and says, oh, just anything white. Is she saying that I don't know what the wine is, or is she just talking?
Right.
He's talking about jazz. I start talking about jazz and what that looks like with white audiences. Am I being combative, or am I just talking? And you see this.
Well, I think it's clear in his tone that he's being combative.
Right, but is he being combative because he's feeling judged?
Yeah.
Or is he being combative because he's feeling self-conscious?
About his place in that room.
Right, like is he being combative because he feels like old boy is being is trying to come at him?
Right.
And you know couples like if you have female friends, I have female friends who've had this dynamic and just sort of navigating it. There's a wonderful moment he buys her tickets to go see Shaka Khan, and a scalper has better tickets.
And it's her birthday.
And
he's taking her out.
He's bought these tickets. She's had a rough pregnancy. Things are tough financially. She has the opportunity to get better seats. It does not dawn on her how insulting this is until she's already bought the tickets. And I just loved how messy it is. Like, I love how visceral and messy all of this is, where, again, I feel like Terry McMillan knows what she's talking about. Like, it's almost a Zora Neale Hurston. Like, she's almost like a cultural anthropologist. Like, you get the sense that she just collects stories and collects situations and talks to people. I am sure Sanaa Lathan is better in something else, but I could not think of it this afternoon.
Yeah.
I think she is so good in here. She is sexy. She is vulnerable. She can be mean. She is frustrated. Like, this is a three-dimensional character.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this situation.
Absolutely.
Like you, I think Wesley Snipes does well. I think he reads too old.
He does.
Like, I think Wesley Snipes' age is distracting. Now, the rumor I've always heard, and I'm not going to go into it because I couldn't find anything written this afternoon, but the rumor I've always heard is that another actor was supposed to play this role.
Oh, interesting.
And there were some interpersonal issues, and he didn't play the role, and Wesley Snipes had to step in.
Oh.
That is the rumor I've always heard. And it is very easy to believe that rumor because this character is not written like someone Wesley Snipes' age. And I do think
yes. Yeah.
it's a little, it's some like an incongruity where Zora and her girls are almost like in a deleted scene from Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
But then Clark Johnson and Wesley Snipes are in like Act 2 of an August Wilson play.
Yes.
Like
whole setting.
Right. They just two 45-year-old dudes at the bar.
Yeah.
Who are manly men.
Yeah.
Who are struggling with life.
Yeah. It's August Wilson's The Corner.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And there is something where that kind of jams up that I think if the actor who played Franklin was a little younger, or the actress who played Zora was a little older, it wouldn't be so jarring. But it's hard to say you want one of these actors to be replaced because they're both so good.
That's right.
And I liked it.
I'm sorry, you were talking about that great scene, the scene between them. It reminds me of, I think, another great scene that speaks to her acting because you mentioned that they have a child, but when she learns and tells him of the pregnancy, well, he learns of the pregnancy, which is a great scene too when he learns of the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't initially tell him because she's unsure of what she's going to do.
Oh, I think I think she had an appointment to go get an abortion.
Right. She knew. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And then he more or less cries her into not having the abortion.
Yeah.
But it is written all over her face at that moment that that's not truly what she wants. She's extremely happy when she has their son. But in that moment, especially considering where her career was going, because the unanswered question in that scene, and it is asked, is, well, what about my singing?
Right.
And he never answers that. All he says is, babe, I'll do whatever I need to do. I'll work 5 jobs. Please don't kill my baby.
Look, as Aunjanue Ellis says, you got 2 children you can't take care of now. Like, this isn't people being mean. I mean, these are just the facts on the ground.
And it was just the facts.
Like, these are just the facts on the ground.
And she was not being mean.
Like, I know you mean well, but your economic situation is not such that I should be entering into some long-term connection with you. And like you said, I think that's on her face.
Yeah.
But you believe this couple because you've seen this couple.
Right.
And
right.
The greatest compliment I can give, I've mentioned this before, I absolutely hate when these movies drop in Nina Simone or Donny Hathaway as a cheat code. Like, oh, now you got to feel a certain way. We gonna play some Donny Hathaway.
It's totally unearned more often than not.
And Gina Price Bythewood actually makes a Nina Simone sandwich where it's Donny Hathaway, then it's Nina Simone, and then it's Donny Hathaway again. And it is completely earned.
Yep.
It is powerful. It is earned. The only thing that really bothers me about this film, I kind of wish it was made earlier. Like, unfortunately, I think we looked at it through the lens of Love Jones and, sort of the black boho thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's really sad because I think this is a film that should stand on its own outside of that. And it doesn't help that Sanaa Lathan is in it and Regina Hall. So, you've already got these kind of two actors who are going to show up in these black boho films in the next 5-6 years. But yeah, I've always enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it today. And I have to say the real standout for me this afternoon was Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah.
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 You know what I actually wish, and this is to your point about some of the details, all the balls in the air weren't really juggled as much. I wish Issa Rae could get her hand on this and make like a series, like a mini series, like a 5-6 episode, and really let this thing breathe. Because there is a lot of story in here. And there is a lot, like we didn't even mention character actor, and I just forgot his name, who plays Zora's dad, who shows up for one scene.
Right. It's just out of the blue, just shows up in the movie.
Absolutely, and I love him. I always think about him in The Apostle.
Yeah, John Beasley.
John Beasley shows up for one scene, has this amazing scene with Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, yeah.
About manhood. And then he's gone.
Yep.
There's more with John Amos.
Yeah.
There's more with Ingenue Ellis. So, I would
another person young in her career.
How about that?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
So did I. You talk about a 5 or 6 episode. Doing a show like this, doing this justice, I could see this as a series. Fuck 5 or 6 episodes. I give them 5 or 6 seasons. Let's see the relationship. Let every season be another year in the relationship.
Only if they're brave enough to do what so many of these movies and so many of these shows don't. Land on they might not be together. Like, I love the ambiguity of the end.
Yeah, because you don't know whether or not they're together or they're just co-parenting.
We're trying to figure it out, but nobody falls in each other's arms.
Mm-hmm.
The real last exchange they have is them acknowledging we've done so well apart.
Right. Which is, whoo, that sometimes can be a hurt piece, man.
Look, man.
It's a beautiful thing. You're glad to know it, but it could be a hurt piece. It could be a hurt piece. But good movie.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Yeah, and I wish it was released in theaters.
I do too. I wish that, I don't know how you saw it, but while it is streaming, it's not like streaming. Like, it's not like on Netflix.
Yeah.
It got to rent it.
Right.
Which is actually surprising because it was a made for HBO movie. I'm surprised.
Right. Why is it not on HBO?
Like HBO Max.
Yeah.
But I guess that probably has something to do with rights or things like that. But yeah, because I think this is a movie that people should discover.
Yeah.
And watch, Yeah. I think for this whole Sanaa Lathan of it all, to do a true assessment of Wesley Snipes as an actor, he's not just Blade.
Right.
There's a lot to discuss, and to do a full assessment of Terry McMillan, in her works. So yeah.
Excuse me. Yes, absolutely.
And you haven't asked, but I will answer.
Would you recommend Disappearing Acts?
I would wholeheartedly recommend Disappearing Acts. Go check it out.
As would I. Yeah. Absolutely.
Please do. All right. That has been our review of Disappearing Acts. Before we tell you what we're going to be reviewing next week here in the month of L'Amour, I invite you to follow the Micheaux Mission, 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. You can go to our website, micheauxmission.com, or you can follow us on the social media of your choice. That means Facebook, that means Instagram, that means Threads, that means Blue Sky. We are all, everywhere at Micheaux Mission. You can find us on the podcast catcher of your choice, Apple, Spotify, or YouTube at the Micheaux Mission, MICHEAUXMISSION. Please subscribe and follow wherever you find our show, and please tell a friend, at least one friend. And if you are so inclined, why don't you follow us on patreon.com/Micheaux Mission, where for $5 you can gain access to exclusive content, including the Lens Secret Movie Podcast, the Binge Lounge, and Serial Killers, as well as get updates exclusively to you about all the goings on behind the scenes here at the Micheaux Mission. The Micheaux Mission is also a proud member of the Believe Podcast Network. Believe, BLEAV, every sport, every topic, everywhere. Like right here with the Micheaux Mission at Young Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace. If you want to book your podcast in one of these fabulous, gorgeous studios with miles and miles of cable that is lovingly placed out of the way so there's no tripping, no tripping. Just sit down and podcast here at Young Junk. Make it so. Go to youngjunk.com and make it so. All right.
All right.
Next week here on the Micheaux Mission is Vincent's turn at bat, and he is in a loving frame of mind as we go to the year of 2008, and we visit one of our favorite directors, Barry Jenkins.
Yeah, I think that brother might have a future.
Well, it was foretold in 2008 in his feature directorial debut, Medicine for Melancholy. Next week here on the Micheaux Mission. Until then, he's Vincent, I'm Len, and in parting we say,
we'll see you when it's time to meet again.